Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today I am looking at the G run, the simple, well-known bluegrass lick. But I'm going to be looking at a couple different examples and talking you through how you can build your bluegrass skills off of these licks and how they connect to my other lessons. But first, I'm giving away a free guitar. That's right, a free guitar. What I'm doing is it's on its way from Sweetwater Music right now. Great company, by the way. And what's happening is I'm going to be making content around turning an inexpensive acoustic dreadnought guitar into something that's playable. I'm going to be updating the hardware, putting some hard work into it. I'm going to film it, so it's going to be educational for both you and myself. Should be a really fun project. You can register for it in the description below. I'm drawing the winner on June 30th at noon Eastern Standard Time. And so if you're watching this, go register. You got a chance to win it. And subscribe to the channel and keep up to date with all the updates because it should be really cool. Also, some links in the description if you want to help out the channel. I'm going to get a small commission from Sweetwater Music. If you do use the links, helps me out because all this is free. Okay, let's dive into this lesson. So, I've got the tab up on the screen. We're going to look at two different versions of this lick today. So the first one is this classic sort of G run. Now, I'm going to be playing it, move my capo out of the way here, two different ways, okay? And we're going to be playing it off of two different G shapes, okay? The first G shape, right here, I'll put the tab on your screen as well. And then the second one, right there. It's sort of what I like to call an abbreviated version, all right? Now, it's very important to be able to play this out of both positions, which makes you have to play it from two different fingers, okay? So the first one, we'll go back to this one. You're going to be playing that G run with your pointer finger, okay? All right, and this is sort of the default G chord. I would say most players probably start by playing this, and we need to learn how to play it. What happens is, and I talk about this in one of my other videos, this video from yesterday, check it out, is that we're automatically in this sort of first position when we play this G chord, all right? So our fingers are going to line up right there on those frets, which when we go to start building licks and playing, lead, that's going to come in handy, okay? Now, the other reason why we want to get used to playing the G run right there is that when we go to switch from certain chords, which in bluegrass music we tend to have to do fast and we speed it up and we're going to play faster over time, it makes it easier to get there. Watch what I mean. So if I go from a G to a C, look at that motion, right? There's not much movement. The way we're holding down the strings is very similar, all right? Now, watch when I go from this G to that G, okay? Now, there's a lot more movement. You can't see behind me, but like my wrist is just going further with that movement. And like you gotta learn it because you're gonna play both, but kind of keep that in mind when you're learning that version versus like the other version of the G run. All right, now another kind of concept we can look at here is the idea that we can play this same lick but kind of make it bluesy, all right? And we're going to do that instead of going like doing an open on that D string, second fret, open on the G string. We're going to go third fret, hammer on to the fourth fret. We're going to do that instead, okay? Third to fourth fret on the D string. So when we put that together with the first part, it sounds very bluegrassy, right? Okay, so work on that. Okay, so the big takeaway here, or the way that I like to think about it, is when we go, take that first lick, that's pretty much happening on the second fret there, okay? And when we experiment with hammering on and pulling off, right there on the D and G strings, which you'll learn more over time, we're going to get more melodic sounding notes. We're in the key of G. A lot of songs in bluegrass music are in the key of G or at the G position using a capo. But that's kind of how I think about it, right? So but if you go to the third fret, you get more bluesy sounding licks by playing really the same exact patterns, right? So switch between those two, and then watch my other videos, especially this week, because I'm talking about how we move over that third fret and with like our slides and things, and how that carries a lot of bluegrass real estate. Like it makes your playing sound so much more bluegrassy, all right? So I hope that helps. I hope that gives you a bit more context into those two styles of playing that lick. And yeah, guys, register for this guitar. Also, I'm starting a podcast. I've got a lot of content going on my website. I'm really trying to make this a hub of bluegrass music, bluegrass guitar, beginner bluegrass guitar, that sort of thing. But it should be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it. And everything that I do, monetarily speaking, or money I make profit-wise, I'm giving back 5% to a charity that teaches bluegrass music to kids around Appalachia. And so the idea is that we're teaching a new generation of bluegrass pickers. They're going to be playing, teaching, learning, and it's going to be like a perpetual motion of bluegrass, right? Perpetual wheel, rotating wheel. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Adios.